Welcome to Adjacent Investigates with Jody Silvey Wynn and Shelly Silvey Grabe. We're asking the questions no one asked us to ask. Diving into debates no one can win. And somehow making it everyone else's problem. Let's investigate.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent Investigates, the final FKK and the Never Nudes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my gosh, I learned so much during this investigative time. I learned everybody has different things. So let's look at some takeaways from this. And then I wanted to go into a little history about a place, if you want to feel your freedom, let it happen. So let's talk about wrapping up our Adjacent Investigates. So let's start with what were some of the real things that you learned?
Well, lesson number 1 was it's not about clothes. It's about control. I mean,
yes, you're right.
I feel like protection and control, the Never Nudes use, clothing.
Yeah.
Predictability and security blanket, like a security blanket. And the teen nudes, and they're chasing freedom and ease and zero restrictions and just letting it go.
Yeah, I think you're right. I feel like the Never Nudes, like ourselves, we like more like feeling in control of our environment. We don't want anything crawling up our new-news or our hoo-haws. There's a lot of control in that and comfort. Also, I learned that sometimes Never Nudes have had other reasons why they move into a Never Nude situation. But it can be a security blanket. I agree with you. Whereas I feel like Teen Nude, they love their freedom and they love just living their lives their way. But you know what I really loved? I loved how much I learned about Teen Nude is that they generally have a better sense of their body and a little more feeling of I feel good in my body. I feel good in my skin, and I'm happy for our Teen Nudes, that they get to live their best lives in their naked freedom. So,
but I feel like the cultural norms, I was blown away by the cultural norms.
Yeah.
Like the sexuality, instead of, this is just a body, man. This is just a body, that in different cultures, they're more accepting and they're not sexualizing everybody, and so part of that protection is living in a highly sexual culture. You got to cover up. You got to cover up as protection.
Exactly. I feel like we learned a lot about the history of clothes and why clothes became such a predominant part of society.
Yeah.
But I agreed with you. I feel like it was very interesting which societies and different cultures were more open to a naturalistic life. So I learned so much. Again, the translation is it's less about laundry and more about personality. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, right?
Well, and culture.
Yes, and culture. Culture was a big part. What was lesson number 2 that you heard?
Everyone is way more judgy than they admit. What side of the camp are you on? You have lots of opinions against the other camp. It's not like you do you, I don't care. Each group is looking at the other group going, what's wrong with that group? What's wrong with that group? And they can't comprehend it. I know, we made fun of John not having a shirt on one time, and we're like, why are you naked?
Yeah.
And we're just not used to it. And it's learning through this process is like, hey, Adrian's family was very comfortable in their skin, and I made comments when he would wear even a tank top. I'd be like, why are you naked in a tank? And he's wearing a tank top, and he's like, I'm trying to change my perspective. He has a great body.
Yeah.
You want to be naked, you do you.
Also, it's hot in Texas. You might want to be naked in Texas.
Yeah. I still can't handle a tank top, but you do you.
Maybe that's more about fashion.
I don't know.
Shelly, you know what I also thought was really interesting is when I would be, and we would be face to face with people, we'd be like, are you a never nude or a naturalist or a nudist? And people are very upfront about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a nudist or I'm a never nude. And then we would be like, well, you want to come on the podcast? And at first they'd be like, yeah, I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to do it. And then when we would try to book them for the podcast, they'd all cower and hide. Like, no, never mind. I don't want to be that open. And that made me kind of sad. It's like, yeah, but what if you're living your best life and nobody even knows that could be a possibility for them?
Exactly.
Or it was like, I don't want my dad to find out, or I don't want my mom to find out, or I don't want my boyfriend to really know, or my partner or my girlfriend to know that I like to wear sweaters and leggings to bed.
But and another big takeaway for me is how it has affected relationships.
Yeah.
It's like, I was a total naked person, married a never nude, and how I had to shift and the discomfort in that relationship. I think it's so interesting that this is another factor of relationships. It's like, who wins the tug of war?
Yeah.
Is everybody allowed to be their individual, or do people start shifting, to help the other partner be comfortable? It's very interesting to me. And I'm still fascinated by it. And I feel like we'll have to revisit it someday. Like more people will share their stories and we'll have to revisit. So,
well, I also thought it was interesting with how, some families are naked families and some families are never nude families, and how, like you were saying, like when you meet your partner, if they're a never nude, you might seem to adjust to parenting to fit their comfort, or they might move into a more free zone when it comes to their kiddos. I know for our kiddos, they were never like naked people, but they would definitely just walk around with their underwear on, and I thought it was adorable. Who cares? I mean, John and I are like definitely not naked people, but I have to admit, Shelly, as John has gotten more into his older age, he's getting less and less clothes on, especially at the ranch.
Well, that is his happy place. I get it. And he's there, by himself a lot. So he can walk across the living room naked.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see him.
I will say, I think most of us rest somewhere in the middle. It's like sometimes you're naked, sometimes you're not. But, it's whatever makes you feel comfortable. And as long as you are, careful when there's a fire and you feel comfortable running out and whatever amount of clothes you have on, the fact is, get out of there,
Yeah.
What was your last lesson? I think this was the most...
Lesson number 5?
I'm sorry. Our next lesson number 3.
Oh, okay. It is being practical.
Yeah.
Some activities just, they're not good.
Conducive. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not, it's not easy to do naked. Some activities are not easy to do fully dressed.
Right.
And it's like finding the what works, being nude while you're cleaning the house is a bit risky, in my opinion.
I mean, you did give everybody a challenge. What was the challenge during
The challenge was 5 things, and it was to clean your house naked, work naked, exercise naked, cook naked, and then Netflix and binge naked. I feel like a lot of people try the Netflix and binge.
Yes.
Cooking could be a little,
it depends what you're making. If you're popping something in the microwave, you're probably fine.
You're fine.
If you're frying food, that might be a little more dangerous, right?
Yeah. Or, if you have a penis and like you open the oven, that's an issue.
We don't know how endowed people are.
Exactly.
So I get it. Like, what if you trap your penis in the oven?
Either way, I think, if you're overly dressed, you can cause issues with cleaning as well. It's like you have so many clothes on that you don't have enough circulation.
Or you're like cleaning something and maybe your scarf gets wrapped around like
the vacuum cleaner. It's dangerous for everybody out there.
Okay. So there were 5 challenges. What did you end up doing naked?
I did some cleaning.
Okay.
Good. I watched some Netflix naked.
Good job.
And
you naked?
I'm sorry?
You worked naked. We did our work naked.
Allegedly, yes. Yes, we did some work naked.
Partial nakedness, but yeah, we did our best on that. That was funny. But you didn't eat naked.
No, that's a line cross for me. You know how dirty I am already? You're the napkin.
What about sleeping naked? We didn't even put that as an option, but
Yeah, I think that's where most people feel the most comfortable. What
about exercising naked?
No, I did do a full routine, but I did do some squats just to see what it would feel like.
How did it feel?
It felt uncomfortable. It's like you're examining your body differently. It's like, okay, I haven't seen this part of my body. I need to tone this up,
Should have just told everybody, look in the mirror naked, because that is a big, hard thing for never nudes. Is another body. So I think that would have been a good part to start with, but boy, I think cooking naked could be dangerous. Cleaning naked, if you get bleach, that might be dangerous. But I will tell you, sometimes it gets really hot and you have to shed a little bit of clothing. Like when you're really scrubbing, or if you're having to do the shower and you're in there, or if it's just a very hot, humid day, you might like strip down to just like a couple of items of clothing.
Well, I will tell you, this humidity has me like wanting to never leave my pool.
Yes. Yes, Shelly.
It's so horrible. It's so disgusting. And I got down to as little clothes as I can wear while I was hiking. And I did a lot of like pulling up my shirt,
yes,
wiping the sweat off. And so I was like, you might have seen my scorch bra. That's all right.
Who cares?
We're doing 5 miles in this heat, so that's a booger. Yeah,
and it really comes down to lesson number 4. Confidence is the real winner.
It is confidence. Whatever you're comfortable with, exactly as you are, whatever you do, however you're doing it.
I think it's the big lesson of our bodies are an incredible machine, and every time you want to give yourself like a mean thing to say about your body, look at the positives in it as much as you can. Like, See whatever good you have in your body and really just say, I'm grateful for this or I'm grateful for that. It's going to build your confidence as saying, instead of saying, why can't I have this and why can't I have that? Today, I'm working at Adorn and somebody said, I'm just too tall. And I said, I envy your height. And I said, but we all want what the other has, or what we don't feel like we have. And I think that what it comes down to is we should be grateful for the things that we do have. And then just try to see the positive in our bodies, whether they're, if you're a naturalist or you're a never nude, just try to find your confidence and love who you are the way you are. You're great the way you are, exactly the way you are, That's the most important thing, I think.
Agreed. And you wanted to bring up a special place in Austin. I know we've mentioned it.
Yeah. So if you have not been to Hippie Hollow, Hippie Hollow is located in the northern shore of Lake Travis. It's the only legally recognized clothing optional park in Texas. Its history spans over 80 years, Shelly, evolving from a remote ranch property and a world famous destination for naturalists and counterculture groups. The site was originally part of a ranch owned by the McGregor family. And after the completion of the Mansfield Dam in 1941, the Lower Colorado River Authority designated McGregor Park. And then the remote areas, there are some, for decades, it's most unmanaged wild land with no formal trails or parks. Its isolated location naturally draws people for fishing and other nude swimming in the 50s. In the 60s and 70s, the rise of the Hippie Hollow, there was a cultural shift, and the aftermath of Woodstock, the park became a popular gathering spot for counterculture groups. Nicknamed Hippie Hollow was the official coin during the era. And then as the park's popularity grew, local neighbors grew frustrated with trash and noise and public nudity. But in 1973, the LCRA erected a barbed wire fence to block access, but the visitors simply cut through the fence, of course, because that's like us. Travis County Sheriff Raymond Frank determined that law enforcement resources were better spent on serious crimes, and the arrests for nudity were rare, and juries often refused to convict because the park's reputation was so well known. In 1977, the neighbors unsuccessfully filed a lawsuit to shut the park down permanently. So in 1983 to present day, 2026, that the Travis County leased the site from the LCRA, and they had an extensive cleaning of the park and additional parking and restrooms, and reopened Hippie Hollow October 1985. There is a age restriction, 18 and older, due to concerns regarding inappropriate behavior, because some crazy stuff happens in that neck of the woods. But today, 109-acre park sees over 100,000 visitors annually, and it's celebrated as a space for body positivity, and keep Austin weird. What a great place to go.
And it does have a good trail system.
Yeah, 109 acres. That's a lot.
Yeah, it has a good trail system. Yeah.
So if you haven't been, this might be your time to do it. Strip off those clothes and get so adjacent to one another. Get into your body positivity.
Well, and you don't even have to go that far out. Barton Springs is a topless optional bathing area.
Yeah.
And so you don't even have to go that far. But that's just one side of it. I mean, a lot of the people wear very tiny swimsuits.
Yes, that's the new fad, Shelly.
Yeah.
Watch Summer House.
But it is, you can go topless at Barton Springs.
Yeah. Whatever you do, we just want you to be comfortable and adjacent to one another and just love yourself. And that's really what it comes down to. Confidence in yourself and who you are, because you're incredible just the way you are. Don't you agree, Shel?
Agreed. And we just want y'all to share with us what you thought of and Jason investigates what you
We have some new ideas, and if you want us to investigate things,
let us know. We love to Cagney and Lacey this up. We're glad to do it. We'll put our heads together, and we have a short one next week, and we'll go from there.
Yay! I so enjoyed this, Shelly. I enjoyed investigating with you. You're the Cagney to my Lacey, or my Lacey to your Cagney, or however it goes. Or maybe I'm the Cagney to your Lacey. I don't know. Who knows? We love to investigate things. We love to deep dive. But more importantly, we just love to hear your thoughts. So whatever your thoughts are on it, let us know. And we will keep this investigating continuing. All right. Texas.
Yeah.
Love you, Showbell.